inmate photos are like so old. Like this is so very long
I guess
ago.
they wouldn't have really thought to do at that point. You just back then it was just really execution was, you know what I mean, the style, you know what I mean? It wasn't trying to get and not even understand them, but just trying to get more information.
Well, I bet
as
you
to like why they did, and we know why he did it because of the way he was raised, but like there has to be more
to it. Oh, for sure, yeah.
Like with the kids, you know what I mean? Like that I'm not understanding that.
I want to know what happened to his brain after the hot water.
Yeah.
And then not sleep. Like he got like 2 hours of sleep as a child.
Yeah.
And then went to school and then came home, worked on the farm all night.
Yeah. So like, you know, I feel, and there was probably way worse things done to him. I would like to,
Which is kind of crazy that he grew into such a big man because like usually children that are subjected to abuse stop growing. Like they freeze in
their bodies.
In aging. Yeah. It's crazy. Like you'll have a 6-year-old who is like literally physically like a 3-year-old. Mentally and physically. Yeah. It's crazy.
Ugh.
You're chilling with French fries and thick thighs.
Welcome back, French Fry fam.
Welcome.
We have a really good spooky story for you today.
Ooh,
actually, I have a really good spooky story for you today.
She does.
I do. You're actually going to feel kind of sad for this guy at the end of this. I'm not going to lie. It's like a serial killer that I truly feel horrible for.
That was like the Ed Gein story. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
There was one part in it where like it pulled at my heartstrings when he found out that he was schizophrenic.
Yeah, that would be hard.
And he's like, what is it? I have skedaddle. I was like, oh, you poor guy.
He doesn't.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cute.
And then at the end of it, me and Sarah were talking about it, and she was like, I cried, and I was like, I didn't cry, but then I was thinking about it. I was like, seriously, how twisted is that you feel bad for a serial killer?
I know,
like,
right?
Skinned people,
yeah,
and like dug up dead bodies, and like,
yeah.
But like, I'm like, oh, I feel so bad for you.
You poor me.
Yeah, like you should be on medication.
Well, I promise you're probably gonna feel a little bit bad for Carl because like if he didn't become a serial killer, then I don't know, it was an angel because like anybody put in these circumstances would become a serial killer. There's just no way. Yeah.
Oh.
It's horrible.
Dear. Oh, dear.
Okay. So he was born on June 28, 1891 on a desolate farm near East Grand Forks in Minnesota.
Oh, okay.
His early life was really, really terrible, guys. So he was born on a farm to East Prussian immigrants. I actually don't know what Prussian is. Is that a mix of like Persian Russian or like?
Maybe.
I don't know what Prussian is yet. But he was born to Prussian immigrants and they subjected him to relentless abuse and forced labor.
Oh.
So like he had brothers and sisters. And at that time, the kids were like laborers on the farm. Like going to school wasn't even a precedence for them. Like more importantly, you had to work on the farm and then school was a privilege after that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Terrible. So yeah, 1891. So this is like, he's a really old serial killer. So punishments for not working on the farm ranged from chaining to starvation. So he was a young boy, isolated, unwanted, toiling away in the fields all day and night. That's the image that we have of him.
Oh.
Yeah. So his parents would work him to force all days and nights. Work all hours of the day and night on the farm. So he had merely a few hours of sleep. Like he was me.
Oh, wow. He was you.
But like a child who needs their sleep and development, like he worked all day and all night on the farm.
That's excessive.
Yeah. So, and that wasn't even the worst of it. So eventually he fell ill from his body not being able to recover and grow.
Yeah.
Like he would just be working on the farm and maybe going to school after that, if that. And then he'd have to come home, work on the farm all night,
Yeah.
Right. So he obviously fell ill, which your body would obviously fall ill as a child.
Absolutely it would.
But his parents were so enraged that he couldn't continue to work on the farm. So what they did, instead of taking him to a doctor, letting him rest or something like that, they poured scalding hot water into his ear. Isn't that horrible?
Oh my God. Why? Like, but like, that's what I don't know. Like, what did you get out of that?
They thought it would cure him of his sickness.
How would that cure any, like, come on, let's be serious here.
I know. Isn't that horrific though? Like I just feel so bad for this guy. So obviously this messed this kid up. So they believed it would cure sickness. Little did they know it would create the monster that would torment the world for decades to come. I don't know if that was the event that caused it. It definitely wasn't. Like, there's a lot more traumatic events, but that was the start of it. Like, that probably messed up his brain a little bit.
Oh, 100%.
Scalding hot water into his brain.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell were you thinking? Yeah. Which leads into your brain.
Yeah.
Ugh. Crazy. So at the tender age of 7, Panzram, okay, again, 7 guys. Like, this starts really early for this kid. So at the tender age of 7, Panzram's life took Even darker turn when his father abandoned the family. So 4 of his older brothers and also left, leaving him alone in the world devoid of compassion. So it was just him and his mother working on the farm. So you can only imagine how that would have went. Yeah. So it was just him working on the farm. Absolutely. Yeah. So during those early years, Panzram embarked on a path that would lead him to infamy, a path of violence, brutality, and unwavering malevolence. Panzram's early encounters with the law came as no surprise. By the time he reached 11, he was already deemed incorrigible. Panzram, an 11-year-old alcoholic, would continue down the path he knew. He was already an alcoholic by the age of 11.
Wow.
Isn't that wild?
See, and then, it's only just going to get worse from there. If you're already an alcoholic at age 11, you've clearly already learned bad habits at age of 11.
Yeah.
It's only going to get worse.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Your body never got the nutrients that it needed. It's only going to make you more sick and twisted.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that poor kid.
I know. It's so horrible.
I do feel bad for him, but he's a serial killer, so I'm like, should I?
Mm-hmm. Well, it gets worse, I assure you. So it wasn't until he stole a revolver from the neighbor's home that his criminal tendencies became clear. So here, Panzram's turbulent journey through the justice system had only just begun. It was within the state of Minnesota training school that he would experience a living nightmare. So Panzram faced a relentless cycle of violence and abuse at the hands of staff members. Carl, who was sodomized daily.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Started to develop a deep, relentless rage that knew no boundaries. It was in this crucible suffering that Panzram's rage took root, so fueling the darkness that dwelled within him. I wonder if it goes into this. Okay. So he essentially, this training school was like a church, like a religious church. And so he was anally raped by the pastors all the time. And this is at age 11. So he's an alcoholic. He's constantly being raped. He just doesn't understand the world. This is his teaching of the world. The world is a bad place.
Yeah.
And people are going to do bad things to you.
Yeah. So you might as well hit first at that point. That, and that's what he was shown. Mm-hmm. Is that his whole entire life? It was either you take life or have your life taken, or you do something horrible or you end up being the survivor. And that's it. And what would you choose? Yeah. At the end of the day, sorry, if my life was like that, I'd probably choose the same thing. I'm not going to sit around and be a survivor. I'm going to be the person who makes you feel like you need to be a survivor.
Yeah. At some point, it would be
choose my own
I'm
path.
choosing me over you. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's exactly what he's done.
If somebody's going to get hurt, it's going to be you, not me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you do it. You don't do it purposely. You do it you do it unconsciously. You know what I mean? You always are going to choose.
Yeah. Well, survival, right? Survival of the fittest.
Yeah. And it's not at
some point your genes are just going to kick in.
Yeah. And you can't help it, but you know what I mean? You do. Yeah. You save yourself.
Right. And this is what he's taught. He's taught that this is how you treat people. People have no worth. You shouldn't treat people nicely. There's no empathy in life.
Yeah.
This is how you treat people.
And so when he gets older, he's finally like, haha, I get to be the one who treats people badly, not the other way around.
Yeah.
Not the person being treated badly.
Exactly. Yeah. 100%.
Oh.
So after leaving training school, Carl Panzram's troubled journey continued to unfold. With a taste for rebellion, he embarked on a path littered with criminality and despair. So by his early teens, he had already succumbed to alcoholism. So full-blown alcoholic at this point. Mm-hmm. He was living a criminal life consisting of offenses. And he soon found himself on the run, living as a vagabond, traversing the country by train cars. So he was just jumping on train car to train car, going. Yeah. It was during this tumultuous period that Panzram experienced an incident. A group of homeless men. Oh, this is horrible. So he's on this train. A group of homeless men subjected him to sexual abuse acts Carl was all too familiar with, triggering deep violence within him.
And he was how old at this age? Sorry,
he was his early teens.
Okay,
so again, just being raped,
probably 13 years old,
sodomized on the run. Yeah,
older than 11. Oh,
so obviously these events, just horrible. Why was that a thing? You just and sodomize kids that you come across, just so terrible. So he was younger than 14 because now the story is at 14 years of age.
Okay.
So at 14 years of age, he made an audacious attempt on the life of a Lutheran church armed with a revolver. And I think this part of the story is where he goes back to the church that he was. So this is actually back to the training academy.
Okay.
So, and he was, I forgot to mention this, Carl Panzram is a huge guy. He probably stood 6'7". Oh, wow. Once he grew into adult, he was massive.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So he was now towering over the men who used to torment him. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, here it is. So he's now towering over the men who used to torment him. He took vengeance upon the pastors, sodomizing and torturing them as they did to him years before. At 14 years of age.
It's something to say, seen it coming, you know what I mean? You
So
kind of
sad.
had that. And it's not to put what he did to others and make it sound better by any means, but you kind of had it coming. You can't do that to children and then expect them to grow up and not.
Well, most of them probably would.
Revenge.
Yeah. But like he obviously isn't right from the beginning. Like he's had hot boiling water poured into his ear.
Yeah.
Like he's not just going to stand by. And he's big now. He's huge. He realizes that he's way bigger than you.
Yeah. He realizes that he can overpower the people that had overpowered him when he was younger.
Yeah.
But like it's almost, I don't know, karma comes in weird ways. And as much as it was awful, karma served the best. What is it? A dish best served cold, or like that's what karma did.
Yeah, that's exactly what they got. So he leaves the church. So he gets his revenge on the pastors of the church, and he begins his run from the law. So he's essentially just a criminal now. He's just on the run.
Well, because he murdered them all.
I think so. I think he ended up murdering them. Yeah. So he traveled via train, and he just engaged in a string of burglaries, robberies, like whatever he had to do to
get money,
going.
Survive. Yeah.
So his criminal activity spanned across different states. So he kind of just went all across America at this point. So from California to Texas, Oregon to Montana, Panzram left a trail of stolen goods and shattered lives in his wake. Imprisonment became a reoccurring theme in his life. He faced numerous stints behind bars, each failing to rehabilitate the darkness that consumed him. So this is all just a precursor to the unimaginable horrors to come. And if you thought this was bad, think about what happens in the future here. So as his criminal journey progressed, his acts of violence escalated, plunging him further into the depths of depravity. So following his escape from a chain gang sentence in Texas, he ventured to Ciudad Juarez, Mexico. I hope I said that. Ciudad. I think that's City Juarez. With the intention of joining the Federales. So, however, it was here that Panzram claimed his first known act of murder. Oh, he didn't kill pastors. So his first known act of murder was with the Federales in Mexico.
Okay.
He abducted, assaulted, and strangled a man, stealing money from his victim. The chilling acts of violence foreshadowing the horrors to come. So in his pursuit of terror, Panzram's path was marked by chaos and destruction. He's now fully grown, standing over 6 feet tall, and he burglarized, assaulted, and sodomized all of his victims. Leaving waste to all whom he crossed. So this is like the early 1900s, guys. Like the law is not established. Like they're probably barely off of horses, to be honest.
Yeah, this is the early 1900s.
We're like Wild West. Like
that's what I'm thinking. Yeah. That's how I'm picturing it. Is like the Wild West. Like, were you really behind bars? Like, how hard was it to escape? Probably not that hard.
Oh, yeah. Like you've got like the sheriff, and that's who's enforcing everything. And like he probably stands twice the size of that guy.
Yeah.
So from the U.S.-Canadian border, where he set fires to buildings and churches, he went on like, honestly, a blazing path of destruction, guys.
Oh, wow.
To his time in the United States Army, where insubordination stained his record. So he was in the Army for a little bit, got dismissed from the Army. Panzram's brutality knew no bounds. So his thirst for violence and dominance manifested in encounters with fellow inmates. So he would just start to abuse and rape the fellow inmates. Like this was his staple of life. Like this is how life is. You know what I mean?
He didn't know anything any better. He didn't know.
Yeah. And he just continued to clash with authorities. Like there was never any rehabilitation for him. This was his path now. His crimes continued in severity. So he went on a murder spree with a horrifying manifestation of sadistic nature. So after burglarizing the Taft mansion and stealing William Howard Taft's handgun, he embarked on a nightmarish voyage of bloodshed and sexual violence. Panzram used Taft's stolen money to buy a sailing yacht named Akitska, which would become his floating chamber of horrors.
Oh.
Yeah. For months, Panzram would lure unsuspecting sailors from port bars into the Akitska, where he would give them alcohol before subjecting them to his twisted desires. Their lifeless bodies littered the vast ocean, so he'd just throw them overboard.
When he was done with them?
Yeah.
Oh
horrible, hey? Yeah. Panzram's terror aboard the Akitska would come to a sudden end when the yacht sank near Atlantic City. His last 2 potential victims somehow managed to escape the crazed killer, and his journey led him to Angola, a Portuguese colony in southern Africa, where Panzram found work as an oil rig foreman. He made it to a foreman somehow.
Well, first, how the hell did he even make it there? He was in Canada and all of his okay.
Think about how littered the ocean was. Like he just went from port to port.
Yeah.
Luring people onto his boat and then murdering them.
Wow.
Like terrorizing them, murdering them.
Wow.
Yeah. In Angola, Panzram's monstrous appetite for sexual violence reached its almost abominable depths. He sought out young girls, paying a family in Angola for their innocence. He'd abused these vulnerable girls in his shack. He confessed to the abuse and murder of an Angolan boy. His chilling words convey a complete lack of remorse. I didn't get the words he said, sorry. Okay. And from the shores of Long Island, south to the depths of Angola, Carl would obviously leave a trail of bloodshed. So sorry.
Oh, I can stand by what he did to the pastors, and I can understand what he did to other men who are his age. I can't understand the children. You went through it yourself and you know how awful it was. Why would you put more children through that?
Yeah.
If you yourself went through it, something should have clicked in your brain. I can understand the men, and I can actually get behind the pastors. I can't understand or get behind or anything. I can't rationalize the children.
Yeah.
I can't rationalize.
Well, he's long gone at this point. Like there was no hope of rehabilitation for him past like 11.
Yeah.
Like he was an alcoholic and on this path from that day on.
Yeah, but I just feel I don't know. I can rationalize the other things. I can't rationalize the children. Like you had this happen to you, you would think that you know what I mean, wouldn't do it to other children because you know how shitty it is. But then again, maybe that's what
or he thinks that that's like
normal person it thinks, and in his way maybe that's just not that's normal to him. Is having somebody rape children. Like that's the normal.
Like granted, this is 1881, so like I couldn't get that much research on him, but of all my studies, it's not like there was ever a figure in his life that was good to him.
Yeah.
Like that showed him goodness. Like never.
Yeah.
Like when he was at home, he was a worker and a slave, and his dad left him and his brothers left him. Yeah. And that was it. His mom was terrible to him. When he went to the training camp, he was sodomized by the pastors and none of the boys stood up for him. Like he was the one that was picked on out of all of them. And then he went on the run, and even just random people in the streets, like these homeless people would, like, I don't know why there was so much sodomy in 1891, but like everything I read was like sodomy. I was like, Jesus, like why? Why was that everything? I mean, obviously if you're going to rape a boy, it's sodomy. Like there's no.
Yeah. But like,
I guess there's other things, but yeah.
But why? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So just absolutely horrible. So in his confessions, so he did confess. He's been in and out of jail multiple times at this point. Like he goes in and out of the system, and then he just gets back on a boat or gets on his boat or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So in his confessions, Panzram displayed a complete abuse of empathy or conscience. He reveled in his monstrous acts, expressing pride in his ability to commit acts of sexual violence without a shred of remorse. Yeah, he's gone at this point.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's really gone if he doesn't have any remorse.
Yeah. His behavior exhibited traits of psychopathy, complete disregard for the well-being of others, and a lack of remorse and guilt, with a profound sense of superiority and entitlement. Like he was entitled to do this shit because it was done to him. Yeah.
No.
I know.
No.
So sad, right?
Then again, I know the world is completely different than it was from 1891, but I just hate people who feel like that, who just feel like they have some sort of entitlement, and like,
yeah,
I don't like that. I'm not okay with that. That drives me nuts.
I know. I completely agree. His overwhelming violent tendencies were evident in his constant clashes with authority figures. So any authority figures he ran into were just like
that would
confrontation.
Make sense, though. Yeah. I can understand that for sure. Yeah.
His unwavering aggression and sadism roots in deep-seated hatred for humanity. Yeah, he hated everybody. Panzram saw himself as a force of destruction. He viewed the world as a cesspool of corruption and cruelty. He sought to perpetrate the darkness to inflict suffering and revenge against society he believed had rejected him and wronged him. His psychological makeup was marked by an insatiable appetite for power and control, and his acts of violence were particularly sodomy, served as a means to assert dominance and exert his will over his victims.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Ugh.
But as Carl would have it, his end would be just as riveting as his rise to fame. All right. So he was eventually executed and captured.
Okay. This is where I was like, okay, I want to know, like, does it say, I might be getting way too far ahead, but like, did they do any studies on him?
I don't
when
think
he was
so.
alive or dead? Like, I don't know.
Like, I remember looking up his photos too. Like even his inmate photos are like so old. Like this is so very long
I guess
ago.
they wouldn't have really thought to do at that point. You just back then it was just really execution was, you know what I mean, the style, you know what I mean? It wasn't trying to get and not even understand them, but just trying to get more information.
Well, I bet
as to like why they did, and we know why he did it because of the way he was raised, but like there has to be more
to it.
Oh,
for sure, yeah.
Like with the kids, you know what I mean? Like that, I'm not understanding that.
I want to know what happened to his brain after the hot water.
Yeah,
and the not sleep. Like he got like 2 hours of sleep as a child.
Yeah,
and then went to school and then came home, worked on the farm all night.
Yeah, so like you know, I feel, and there was probably way worse things done to him. I would like to,
which is kind of crazy that he grew into such a big man because, like, usually children that are subjected to abuse stop growing. Like they freeze in
their bodies,
in aging. Yeah, it's crazy. Like you'll have a 6-year-old who is like literally physically like a 3-year-old, mentally and physically. Yeah, it's crazy.
Ugh. It's funny. I felt bad for him at first, but now I'm like, nah. As soon as you mentioned the kids, I was like, nope, no bueno.
Yeah.
That stops right there. I no longer feel bad for him.
Like he has no remorse for human life. Like he just doesn't see it that way at all.
Yeah. And I have once you said the kids, I was like I could, like I said, I could get behind the pastors and shit like that. Once you said the kids, no, I have no remorse for you now.
Yeah. And the worst part is like, I think they would have studied him probably, but it was a big ass guy. Like he was constantly injuring inmates, constantly injuring guards. Like he was hurting anybody in his path.
When I had to keep him like sedated, like consistently. And then the cost of that.
If they got him
research,
sedated.
Yeah. No, for sure. That would be difficult to keep someone of that size.
Yeah. And this is how he just kept getting out of prison too.
Oh, well,
like he was just
push through the guards. Like you just push through people.
Yeah. Or you would just keep killing inmates. Like there was no stopping this man. It was just like back in those days, it was easier to just let him go terrorize the rest of the world because I'm not dealing with you. I don't have to be responsible for you.
Yeah, you go somewhere else. I don't want to deal. Yeah,
and that's exactly what he did.
So he's like, okay,
terrorize the whole world.
Bye. See ya.
So his execution and capture marked the culmination of his reign of terror and eventually ended in his violent rampage. So after being arrested in Baltimore for burglary, so he's made it back up to the States at this point.
Okay.
I don't know how he made it back up to the States from Africa. It doesn't say that. I'm pretty sure he just continued to board boats and work on the boats.
Probably.
And like sodomize and terrorize people.
Probably.
I'm pretty sure there was a few stints where he took over somebody else's boat other than this first one that he stole.
I wouldn't doubt it. He sounds like that's something like just from the sounds of him, he sounds like crazy. So.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This guy's just the worst.
So, I mean, it makes sense that that's something that he probably would have done for sure.
I'm so curious what happened like to his brain chemically as a child.
That's what I think I'm like, and it sounds so weird. People always ask like, would you ever study a serial killer? And some people are like, oh, you were crazy but I am intrigued. Like, why is their brain that way?
Oh, same.
You know
like I'm
mean?
fascinated by it. Yeah.
Why is their brain not, and you can't really say normal these days because what's normal, but why is it not normal in the sense of like just like a working class normal citizen who knows killing is bad, like who doesn't give
and the
in
worst
to
part
urges.
Is there's like so many of us now. There's like a collection of us who are so intrigued by it. Like before you used to be scared to say that you were like interested in this stuff, but now there's so many of us. It's like we're a cult.
Yeah, we're our own.
Take us down now.
We're our own cults. We just want to know. Just bring us a serial killer. We would just want to know.
Yeah, legit. Okay, so after being arrested in Baltimore for burglary, Panzram once again found himself behind bars. During his interrogation, he shockingly confessed to a long list of murders, including a chilling account of killing 22 young boys and over 1,000 acts of sodomy.
Oh.
It wasn't until Carl killed a foreman in the laundry room for bothering him that he was sentenced to death by hanging.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow, really?
Mm-hmm.
You didn't think about, maybe executing him for the 22 children or
right.
But you bothered somebody in the laundry room and killed them and God forbid now he must be hung.
Yeah.
But not for the 22 children's lives.
Yeah.
I think everybody had a pretty messed up head back then.
Oh,
if that was the case.
Yeah. I watched this video today on TV. On TV. I didn't watch it on TV.
He was like, I didn't watch it.
I watched it on my phone. I'm clearly tired. And it was controversial for sure, but it was so what's the word? Profound. And he's like, there was another school shooting in the States.
Ugh.
And the guy was like, I think he was quoting something in the States.
Okay.
Like something some political leader had said or something like that. And he's like, there was yet another school shooting in the States, 22 high school students killed or whatever. And he's like, and there's nothing we can do about it. So like he's quoting somebody saying this, right? And he's like, Australia in the 1980s to 1990s had 3 mass shootings. They tightened gun laws and it never happened again. But there's nothing we can do about it. And then he had just said at some point, he's like, if this was I don't know if he said person of color. He said maybe like he was referencing to people of color or a Mexican. He's like, you bet that there would have been laws changed everywhere. But because pretty much every single one of these shooters is a white guy, there's nothing we can do about it.
That's the problem.
And I was like, holy shit, you're right.
That's the problem.
Like you just have these white guys just like literally unwell who are just murdering everybody, but there's nothing you can do about it.
And that's what never makes sense to me about the States. Like, we're not saying, especially for the people who love their guns, I get it. I really do. We're not saying you have to get rid of your guns. We're not saying, we're just saying to tighten up the damn laws. You don't see school shootings like that happen in Canada, but I can name 10 of my friends who have rifles sitting in their cabinets at home right now.
Yeah.
All of my friends have guns. That's true. How our own brother has guns in his house. Like, it's not that our grandfather had guns. Like
we grew up around guns.
We grew up around guns. They were in the case. They were locked away in a case. You could see them through the glass, but that was that. Like,
I wonder who got those when they died.
I think Trevor got one.
Crazy.
I don't know.
So old. They'd be so cool.
But that's what I mean. Like, you don't hear of school shootings in Canada because you have to be in your right mind to own a gun in Canada. Yeah. Like you do. You have to go through a test. And yes, that sucks, but God forbid. But that's why our children aren't getting murdered in school shootings when we send them to school. Yeah. I think that the U.S. should just think of something like that.
Yeah. And I get the argument that the U.S. has like twice the population of Canada. Like I totally get that. Like some states have the whole population of Canada or something like that. Yeah. So I get that you're inevitably going to run into more situations of death and murder and stuff like that than Canada is. I completely understand that argument. But all we're saying is like, you cannot keep ignoring the coincidences, right? Like it's really not happening anywhere else in the world. I haven't done my research on it, but anyways, I guess it doesn't happen here in Canada. That I don't hear of school shootings. And and that's the thing. If you hear about it in Canada, you hear about it because it's like, yeah. Oh my God. Well, we haven't had one since like the one in Quebec. Like that was literally the only one I've ever heard of. And that's the last one I've heard of.
And that was
years 90s, ago. I think. Yeah. 30 years ago. Yeah. Yeah. Long time ago.
It doesn't happen in Canada.
Same as Australia. Like they haven't had a school shooting since the 90s as well.
Yeah. So US. Crazy. I'm trying to be a dick, but kind of shows. And time's up. Like,
I know, controversial. Okay. Anyways, I just thought it was so profound. Like, there's nothing we can do about it. It's so true. Like, if this was a different situation, people would be doing something about it. 100% they would be.
Absolutely.
Like, it's just crazy.
I wonder how much money they make off guns there. I wonder if that's a big portion.
Oh, like it's its own revenue stream.
And maybe that's why they just never. Like, it makes me question. Like, so many people are dying. Why would you not change laws on that?
Yeah.
It would be so easy for any president to just come in. Obama could have just came in and changed the laws. And you think he would have because he was like one of the best presidents, but he never did. So I wonder if there's some sort of revenue behind it.
Okay. So this gets even more interesting. So the people who are.
Sorry, guys. We got off track on our spooky story here.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I'll just say this quickly because it's fascinating. So we started to study this in school. And it's this, and people have told me it's wrong. It's not wrong. This is correct. I've looked back into it again after school. So there's this process of gentrification. Okay. And essentially what they did was they had people of color, people of poverty, like all that, and they moved them to a state. And in this moving to the state, they brought them together like they could be themselves in this place and whatever, blah, 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 blah. But the state had less voting rights than it held less weight than the rest of the country.
Really?
Yeah. So they moved this, like, strategically moved these people to have less of an impression on what happens in the country. Isn't that wild? So now these people who are actually impacted by this, who are going to schools that don't have right security, who are going to, in these places where they can't do anything to fight this, like send their kid to a private school or something like that, They just have no recourse. They also don't have any recourse in politics. They can't vote to make any change.
They can't do anything
to affect any change. Yeah. It blew my mind. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. And we just had like it's because we did do you remember that case that brought abortion back in?
Mm-hmm.
What was it called?
I don't know.
Damn. Okay. So I was so lucky to be in law school while that case went through the court system. So we went through it, even though it was in the States. But we went through it anyways, just for the ability. Yeah. And that's where all this gentrification process came out and stuff like that. So we just skimmed the top of it. But I thought it was so fascinating that that's even the case. Like, even if you are trying to change this the right way into the systems, you still can't.
Yeah.
Because you don't have enough voting power. And your other option is to move. All of you collectively move to a state where you might have power or influence to affect some change. But how uncomfortable is that going to be?
Yeah.
Like, how many Black people are going to move to Texas?
Yeah.
Probably none.
Probably not.
Not a lot, you know?
No, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Oh,
like, okay. I wouldn't move to Texas with a mixed child.
No.
No. Absolutely not.
No. God, no.
Yeah. Why would I subject my daughter to that? Yeah.
No.
Crazy. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay.
Right? Yeah. So anyways, it wasn't until Carl killed the foreman in the laundry room, right, for bothering him, that he was sentenced to death. So his defiance and rage was palpable as he spat in the face of the executioner who was attempting to place the black hood over his head.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, I could see it.
Panzram's last words remaining true to his emotionless character, Carl shouted at the executioner, "Hurry it up, you hoosier bastard." Or hosier, I don't know how it's pronounced. I could hang a dozen men while you're screwing around.
Hoser.
Is it hoser?
Is it hoser? Was it in Canada? You hoser.
Maybe, I don't know. So, hurry it up, you hoser bastard. I could hang a dozen men while you're screwing around.
Oh, wow.
That's what he said.
Wow.
Oh, damn.
Ooh, that would have been a big boy to hang, though. Ooh, that would have been difficult.
Oh, yeah.
That would have been hard.
Well, I mean, they probably let the floor out under him, right?
Yeah, no, but they probably had to wrap a couple of ropes around him.
Yeah.
Not just one, you know what I mean? Because it probably would have snapped with
100%
right? You know what I mean? Like, so they probably had to like reinforce that. It had to be thick rope.
Yeah, he's,
like,
he's a big boy.
He's a big boy.
I will post a picture when we post this episode for you guys. I'll post a picture in the story for that day. So yeah, on September 5th, 1930, he was hanged. So how old was he then? 1891. So he was only 51.
Wow.
Yeah.
Whoa.
49.
So yeah, no.
49, yeah.
39.
No, 40.
No,
50.
30.
49.
He was born in 1891.
No, I thought he was 18. Oh, maybe I mixed that up.
So he was only 39.
Was it 1891? Yeah, it was 1891.
So he was only 39.
Okay.
If he died in 1930.
No.
Because that's 30 years.
He would have been 39.
That's what I said, 39.
I was thinking, I had it 10 years off in my head. And then when you said it, I just dismissed what you said because I was thinking 71 in my head for some reason. Anyways, 39. Okay, so on September 5th, 1930, he was hanged, his life extinguished in his act of retribution for the lives he had taken. He was buried in an unmarked grave. His final resting place bore only his prison number, a stark reminder of the horrors that he had unleashed on the world. I have no idea where he's buried anything. He's just dead and gone.
Interesting.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy? Yeah. And it just makes you wonder, like, how society created this. And this is why I'm a defense lawyer. Like, how did society create this serial killer?
You know what? A weird thought that comes into my head.
What? What?
Is I would love to take a Ouija board to serial killers' graves.
You're so twisted.
And just see if I could talk to him.
I would try and contact Carl Panzram for sure.
And just see. I just want to know. Like,
I don't even know where he is. Where would you find contacting him?
I don't know.
Also, like, he's twisted. He would mess you up.
I would go with some sage and like some protection shit for sure.
Against him? Good luck.
I'd go with someone who does this often and can protect me.
He's some insidious demon.
I'm interested. Maybe not him. Maybe not him specifically. But I am interested. Like, maybe he can answer some of my questions that I have. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. But it does make me, I have questions. And because you're dead doesn't mean I can't contact you.
Yeah. There's real sociopaths you can enter today. Real psychopaths who do interviews all the time.
Yeah, but they could do like real live, like hurt to me.
Mm.
He's just dead. What is he going to do?
That kind of makes it worse for me. I'm like, man, what are you going to do to me?
They're dead. They can't really do anything. Throw a couple protection spells on yourself. You'll be fine.
I think
There's some lavender, some
you're
rosemary.
loco. You are loco, man.
Some lavender, rosemary, you'll be good. You'll be
Not
good.
a chance.
Sage. You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
No way.
It's not going to be like The Exorcist. You'll be fine.
You don't know that.
I do. You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
I really don't trust that this guy wouldn't like come mess around and like mess my whole life up.
He probably would.
Yeah. Like he's like the evil spirits that are out there. Like there's just pure evil in this man.
Yeah.
There's no goodness whatsoever.
I don't know. It still intrigues me though. It's still like,
I still want to know.
I'd still do it. I'd still do it.
That's fair.
I'd still do it.
Oh, okay.
I'd bring like my crystals and my candles, my lavender, my rosemary, all the stuff.
I will watch from a distance.
I'd bring all the stuff.
Well, thanks for tuning in for another spooky story.
Yeah, I hope you guys liked it. I was pretty intrigued by that. Really intrigued by that.
Sorry we were behind on the spooky stories, but it sounds like everybody really likes these. So I think maybe in a couple weeks I'll put up a poll if you guys want us to continue the spooky stories.
Yeah.
We can just we'll continue them past October 31st.
Yeah. Maybe it'll just be kind of our Sunday thing.
Yeah, because everybody seems to be really enjoying that. So we'll just keep our regular episodes to Wednesdays and we'll do the spooky story Sundays.
Do I get a vote in the poll?
No.
How about yes?
You're not a listener.
Well, I like to do them.
Yeah. So make sure you like and subscribe to the page so you guys can get the updates and do the poll, and then you guys can help have some say in what we post.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks for tuning in. We appreciate it.
Yes. Thanks for joining. Adios.
Later, nerds.